Yo, yo, what up? This is Marvin Gibson, aka Big Gip, and you are now tuned in to the Retro Philosophy Show.
Know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, that's real. Watch out for the people who can pinpoint everything that's wrong about you. But when it comes to correcting themselves, the pen don't work. Listen to me. Talk that talk, George. Real recognize real, and the fake don't fly together. You gotta stay prayed up because it's too real out here. Watch the people in your circle. Never eat with the people you didn't start with, and never ride with the people you didn't walk with. Stay true and stick to your crew. Now that's big dog talk. Big speaker. Yeah, that's real.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this your man Kodak, the most hated, coming to you live from the Retro Philosophy Show, where I always listen to my man 50 Grand past the Retro. You know what it is.
Say, man, you know what it is, man. Special guest in the building. Much love and respect to my man Retro stopping through, y'all. Y'all know what to do.
Big Cell. You still keeping it 100.
Hey now, this is the Mileage Bully, the Moto Mob CEO, home of the Moto Mob where legends are made. You are now tuned in to the Retro Philosophy Show. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what to do. Press play.
Y'all make sure y'all check out the Retro Philosophy Show on YouTube with my man Retro. Like, subscribe, comment, share, copy the link, put it on Instagram in your bio, put it on your Facebook page. Send it to your mama, text it to somebody. But y'all make sure y'all follow this page, Retro Philosophy.
What's up, everybody? Including Lottie Dottie. It's your boy Retro with you on this evening, and we're getting ready to get it on and pop in. We got a special guest in the studio, so I don't know if y'all ready or not, but we getting ready to get it on and popping anyway. So ready or not, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie, let's make some noise for the one and only, right here in the building, live and in living color, the one and only Shekelia Bussey. Just in case you don't know, you better ask somebody, because she is, don't get it twisted, she is and still is the 2024 Titan recipient and the CEO of the one and only Moto Mob. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got my sticker. Yeah, I don't got no stickers. I got my sticker. You know, so. So what's going on, Shekelia? How you doing on today?
I'm just strolling on the Bussey streets, and I get you up yesterday. I was like, Retro, let's do some in-house stuff.
Let's make it do what it do.
I've done a lot of podcasts
Uh-huh.
over the years, but I don't get to do too many in-house, so it's a nice treat to be able to link up with you.
Yeah. Kevin, I'm with you, bro. He says, "Oh Lord, this should be good." You got the preacher and the evangelist in the building, so ain't no telling, But I tell you one thing, we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna have a conversation, and we're just gonna chop it up. One thing I like about Shekelia is she keeps it real. And that is, man, that's not something that you see every day. It's not something that you get every day. How difficult is it for you, Sister Shekelia, to just keep it real? Mm-hmm.
Before, have you ever heard the term? Someone said they can barely hear.
Okay.
You can barely hear me.
Yep. Scoot on up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
You hear me now? You hear me now? Is that better?
I think that's a little bit better.
Okay. For me, it's not hard to keep it real because I've been keeping it real my entire life. You don't really become an adult and all of a sudden you start doing these drastic things. It's
Okay.
either it's in you or um
or it's not. So, it's like sucker stuff.
Okay.
If, either you are sucker or you're not. So, um, I've been doing this since I was a little girl, so this is not new at 53.
Right. So it's either in you or it's not. And does that apply to everything?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned,
Okay.
either it's in you or it's not. I think that I was destined to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Because, it's kind of like Jeremiah,
Yeah.
said about the Holy Ghost.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of fire.
Yeah.
Shut up your phone.
Yeah.
You got don't. And so it takes a special kind of person to even be an entrepreneur.
I agree.
Consistency or lack thereof kills for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not going to be motivated every day, but you just got to be consistent.
Yeah. So you it's interesting you mentioned Jeremiah. Jeremiah, for those who do not know, was nicknamed the weeping prophet.
Yes.
Jeremiah got to one point in his life where he said, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing else. Every time I open my mouth, it's a problem. You ever feel like that?
Yeah.
Oh, you really?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes, okay, so with me, some people think that I am controversial because today I can talk about God is dope, and then tomorrow I will talk about sex, and then the next day, I'll talk about, I'll ask some stupid question on social media. So people are like, whatever, and then, sometimes I go after people, not go after them, but, when I get really irked about something, then I'll make mention about, people on the set. MCs, not necessarily MCs, but, I'll give a general statement that I think is valid, but most of the time with people, they're afraid to say, what I will say. And I just feel like, so a lot of times the stuff that I say is, I feel like at this point in my life, I feel like I have the old people syndrome.
Okay. Now, what does that mean?
When you get a certain age,
Yeah.
you get a pass.
Yeah.
You
say what you want because you.
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
That probably sound a little arrogant, but I mean, what you gonna do?
Right.
You gonna
Right.
Not come to the Moto Mob? You're not gonna support me?
Mm-hmm.
That don't work because my business does not come from the set.
Right.
At all. So when I speak on certain stuff, it's like, well, okay, that it needed to be said. Somebody had to say it.
Yeah, somebody had to say.
Somebody had to
So I want to use a different terminology or and again, we want to thank everybody for pressing play. Let's make some noise for Kevin Moore in the building. Someway, what's going on, big dog? These are beautiful people. Good evening. Good evening to you, sir.
Good
Afternoon. Good
Good
evening, good afternoon, good morning. Good day. But I believe there is a need for people like yourself who aren't ashamed or afraid to hold people accountable. I think sometimes people want to say, "Is she always calling somebody out or he always trying to put somebody on the spot?" And it's not always about calling people out or putting people on the spot, but sometimes we got to hold each other accountable.
That is correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me and you just got to talking about that in the situation. So yeah, and most of the time, nobody ever. The only thing people truly get mad at is the truth. So you have
Right.
to be, are you mad at what I said, or are you mad because it's true?
And usually it's the latter, the truth, because the truth, it's a serious serum. Yeah. Old folk used to say, "Tell the truth and shame the devil."
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I am not nervous, Kevin. I've done this a million times, even though I just said I was to retro. So no, I'm not nervous.
It's all good. As they say, it's good in the hood. So I guess you could say what I kind of wanted to address, or not necessarily address, but past, present, and future. Tell me a little bit about Shekelia from the past.
Shekelia from the past.
Yeah.
I would say the 10, 15, 20 year ago old Shekelia, because I say this because when I wouldn't have been able to run successfully the Moto Mob when I was in my 30s
Okay.
or even my 40s, really, because I was too I'm gonna say undisciplined with my tact.
Okay.
Um, I was more not necessarily concerned. Like I was more rah rah rah. Like
Okay.
okay, well whatever I say, I really don't care how you take it.
Hmm.
Now still I don't necessarily care how you take it, but I'm careful on how I say it.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It makes sense.
So I was more rah 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 back then, and there would be no way that I could deal with these students on the level that I deal with them on
Hmm.
and be successful because I didn't have the patience to do it or the discipline to do it.
Hmm.
I cussed a lot back then. I cussed a lot back then, and to whoever,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. And why was that?
Because I mean, it just seemed like I could get my point across,
Okay.
and it sounds more ferocious what I did.
And you know, a lot of people will agree with you on that, you know. But and I was gonna say what a lot of people always say: people who cuss a lot is because they don't have a vocabulary. But that's not really true, because there are some people that are extremely articulate. But I guess maybe when they're with certain people or in certain groups or arenas, they just use or choose to use that type of language, maybe to fit in. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah.
Well, I did mainly when someone just really upset me or something like that.
Hmm.
Then it really didn't take a lot to upset me. It was
Okay.
just like, you could just push my buttons.
Yeah.
Now, I'm more, that is not my dog in the fight.
Yeah.
So I don't worry about it. I
Hmm.
just kind of, I'm going to leave that alone. But when it is my dog in the fight, then I get to fight. But
Yeah.
that's about it.
When your dog in there, you gotta
Oh,
make
yeah,
it
when
make
it's,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I get active.
For me, it was I didn't have anything to live for
Okay.
at a certain point in my life, you know. So, you know, I'd fly off the handle. I had a mean temper, and you know, because I didn't have anything to live for. I did, but I didn't, you know. But now I'm at a different place, and I got too much to live for to get drawn into certain things now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But we live and we learn. Um, let's talk about anger for a minute. Have you ever, you know, dealt with anger? Do you deal with anger? And if so, how?
Um, Back in the day,
Hmm.
and my high school friends can tell you if they were subscribed to your show when they were on here,
Yeah.
they will tell you back in the day when I was in high school, even when I was in elementary school, I was
Hmm.
a fighter
Yeah.
because I could fight.
Yeah.
And I grew up with that. I grew up in the country, and hey, you had to fight. I mean, your mom
Yeah.
and dad sent you up the street. You fought the neighborhood, the whole neighborhood. Everybody
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
At least everybody has fought one person in their crew,
Yeah.
and you end up being best friends or whatever.
Yeah.
So I grew up like that. So I didn't when I got mad,
Hmm.
I just whether it was boy, girl, or whoever, I just put my hands on you.
Yeah.
Um, period. I mean, so and I'm not an arguer still to this day. I'm really not going to debate with you. If I get too mad, I'm going to black out and just go ahead and call the police.
Yeah.
So no, I don't deal with it well. I didn't deal with it well, but I do now because I have everything to lose. I can't even get a reckless um, speeding ticket on my license because I get background checked.
So,
Everybody asking that, yes.
yeah, he
Do
wants me
you
to verify your eye color. You know, should I see if I can take the contact out, or see if it's real, or nah, you just got done hearing her say she can fight, and now you want me to poke her in her eye?
like everybody says that, like they
Yeah.
don't move, like
So
who's asking me that? Like they don't. What you want me to say?
yeah, they look real,
They're
Kev.
Hale Brown, and that's
Yeah,
it.
they look real. I'm gonna take her word for it.
How
Yeah.
many times you done seen me
Yeah.
without like? Could you be that consistent
Yeah.
every time, like every day in there? Boy, stop.
Yeah. 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 I want to do this real quick. I want to give a shout out to everyone who has been helping the Retro Philosophy Show and been trying to give us a push. We made mention the other day that we were just about, where were we? I think we were at like 700 or something subscribers. Hold on, guys.
I don't mean to brag, but my videos are enjoyed by
Yeah.
well over 4
Well
people
over 4 people
worldwide.
worldwide, you know. But anyway, I just got a text, and so we have actually hit the 1K mark. So look at that. I might be somebody now. We out here trying to do what it do. So thank you to all the other YouTubers and other content creators who have been, supporting us in this endeavor and pushing us on your platforms. Tiffany Renee, K Solo, Big SARS, Big Cell, GQ, all of you guys, man. I just want to say thank you for helping us hit that milestone, and we'll see what happens from here. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the content that we put out from time to time, man. But I just want to acknowledge that because the text just came through and I looked at it, and sure enough, we're sitting at 1K subscribers. So again, thank you, and keep on pressing play. And so, Shekelia, where were we at?
We're talking about anger.
Anger, yeah.
I mean, so that's how I handle it. But now, like I said, I only choose my battles. I very rarely get angry. I get angry when you mess with my kid.
Yeah. So you get more angry when folk mess with folk you love than when they mess with you. Yeah.
I don't do any type of bullying. I can't stand that. Period. Especially male on a female type of bullying, and I can't stand that in any form.
Hold on one second. I got it. We just talked about holding people accountable and telling the truth. So I'm gonna call you a lie to your face because you sit there saying you ain't a bully, but you just came down the road and bullied that charger. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So
Female on male. That was a man.
okay. So you still bully those miles though, right? That's a whole nother thing. Okay. All right. Cool. Good deal. I don't like a bully either. I will TD205. Thank you, sir. God bless you, man. I will risk a behind whooping to stand up to a bully. You know, and my mama put that fight in me. Yeah. My mama put that fight in me, man. She raised us not to take no mess from nobody. And I remember one time my mom, because I was a little guy in junior high school. Oh man, I was a little guy, and but I didn't take no mess. I wasn't scared of nobody. And and my mama, I forget what happened, but my mama looks me in my orbital sockets, and she said, "Baby, you better learn how to sell a wolf ticket." I'm like, "Oh, what? Yeah, you better learn how to sell a wolf ticket." So my mama taught me how to talk trash. But she gave me this advice too. She said, "But baby, one day you might have to back it up. So make sure you're ready just in case." Yeah. So I grew up. I knew how to talk trash before I knew how to fight.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, well,
yeah,
I
and
didn't. I'm not a talker.
yeah,
I don't argue.
yeah.
But I don't say what I feel,
Uh-huh.
no matter what the consequences are. But
Okay.
I got that from my mother.
Yeah.
My mom told me, as a kid, question authority, question whoever, even if it's me. And so that was where, the Clash of the Titans came in at with me and her.
Yeah.
And it still is to this day, but, so.
So she taught you to question authority, even if it was her.
Yeah, even if it was me. If it don't sound right to you, ask about it. Say something about it.
So
I don't go along to get along with nobody.
So talk to me about the good and the bad from being raised that way to question even authority.
It was, my dad is very passive.
Mm-hmm.
My mom is very aggressive, and I'm
Okay.
aggressive too. You can't even do some of the stuff that, great people, or have you ever heard the term well-behaved women rarely make history?
I heard that recently.
Well, it's true. I mean, if I just went along to get along and didn't break some of the rules, so most of the rules I bent, but the rest I just broke them flat out.
Just flat out broke them.
I mean, so it is what it is, and I mean, I deal with it accordingly. But I'm not a well-behaved woman.
Okay.
I do not go along to get along with people, and it's either take it or leave me, and that's pretty much.
Now, so shout out to K Solo. What's going on, K Solo? We were just talking about you, man. We were just talking about you. Your ears are probably burning. We were talking about you good though. So thank you for pressing play and joining the broadcast on tonight, as well as C1's in the building. Let's make some noise for these fine folk joining the broadcast on tonight. So some rules you bent and some rules you just flat out broke. And my beautiful wife has just joined as well. What's going on, sexy lady? How you doing now? I'm trying to interview. Don't be on here flirting with me now. Don't take much. Let's make some noise for my beautiful wife in the building. Okay, so it looks like your mic is still kind of low. Let me see. Boom. Mic check 1. Oh, yeah, it is kind of low. Mic check 1, 2, 3. You know what that means? Maybe it's this one. No, that's even worse. All right. Can you say bootleg? Yep. All right. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bang. So what were we saying? We'll see if we can work with that there.
Is that better? Can people hear me?
Yeah, that's actually a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah, I can even hear you a little bit better there. So, all right. So a few rules you bend and some rules you just flat out broke. Are you the type of individual that will just buck against authority or the status quo just because, or only when necessary?
Only when necessary.
Okay.
Only when needed. I don't just try to cause controversy or try to be, difficult. But if I don't agree with something or whatever, then I'm going to speak about it. So
Yeah.
that's just the way kind of the cookie crumbles with me.
Okay.
I do hold people accountable 100%, and it doesn't matter what your position in my life is. You could be, I don't like people troll me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time they do, especially in the Hayabusa groups and the leader bike groups. They troll me all the time. They or whatever, but I don't really get mad at that because these people I'm never going to meet half of them. So I don't buck the system just because it sounds good.
Yeah.
Because with great power, really does come great responsibility.
True statement indeed.
Because
And
I'm an influencer. I might not, I'm not a content creator. Like I don't do YouTube videos. I'm not getting ready to do it either.
mhm.
I do my own thing on Instagram and Facebook, but I also know that people are looking at like what is the mileage bully going to say today? What is she going to talk about today, or what have you? So I have the power to change people's minds
Mhm.
on certain topics.
True.
People say, "Oh, well, we're going to say it, or we're going to do it because the mileage bully said it was good for me, and we're going to do that." Believe it or not, people, whether some people might say, "Oh, you don't have it," but I do, and I've proven it a couple of more than 1 or 2 or 3 times.
Okay,
So
that's what's up. That's what's
yeah.
up.
Hey, Fresh Gabar.
Fresh
Hey,
Gabar.
shout out to Pablo Fresh Gabar that I'm rocking his shirt today.
Yes, sir.
That's my guy right there.
Yeah, that's my man right there.
Yeah, that's my man.
Yeah. Fresh Gabar.
Fresh Gabar.
Yeah. Definitely. Shout out to Fresh Gabar. Also, Kim Henry, aka Jamaica, just got done knocking out that big old Hoka hay, making it do what it do, making it look easy out there just doing her thing. She's talking about, yeah, I had to get my nap. She stopped and got her nap and still did her thing, yo. So shout out to her. Yeah. We bow down. Yeah. Job well done. Job well done. Yes, indeed. That's a serious ride, man. Serious ride. I want to give a shout out to Loki. He's in the building. I want to go back to his comment. He had commented earlier, and you said, where when you have a level of influence, then you have a responsibility. You have so he says, praise in public, correct in private. Talk to me about such a statement.
Well, I agree with him
Mm-hmm.
that you praise in public.
Yeah.
And then I also, I also agree with my mother's philosophy. Wherever you act up at, it's where you gonna get it at. So it's up to you. So yeah, it's like kind of like maybe a husband and wife team.
Yeah.
Honey, now
Yeah.
Congratulations. When we get home,
Yeah.
We're
gonna have a conversation.
You're not gonna get on there and you're not gonna get up there and
Yeah.
Shelly's not gonna like out you in public.
Right,
We gonna,
right, right.
she gonna gently be like, all right, when we get home,
Oh,
when we get to this car, we gonna have a
oh,
little chit
we
chat.
can talk without moving lips.
Right.
I mean,
Because at the end of the day, you gotta have a united front.
you do.
So yeah, but I believe that works, as Loki said. Yeah, it depends on what it is, and it also depends on the severity of the act too, and
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Now,
Because
now I will say this, because this is a pet peeve of mine, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, and certainly pray for me, because I'm, the Lord's still working on me. But there are some. I don't know if they'll let me get away with saying nigglets, so I'll just say there's some ninjas that they need some get right. And I ain't saying you necessarily got to go upside their forehead, but sometimes you got to let them know where the boundaries are, because a lot of people want to do stuff and get away with it, and hide behind protocol, hide behind tradition. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And sometimes I get the, praise in public and correct in private. But like you said, because my mama sure enough told me, look, we go in this grocery store. Don't you be asking for nothing, and you don't put nothing in that cart. And if you show out, I'm gonna show out right there with you. And my mama ain't a liar. Yeah. So
here's the thing, though. This is what has happened.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? The internet has caused weak people in real life to be like, what is Hero Benson say all the time? That he has caused them to be like, he kept saying at the ride to eat, like he don't see no he used this term, like he don't see any, like, like people mean mugging people, right?
right.
Social media allows you to sit behind a keyboard, troll, get tight with people,
Mm-hmm.
right? Say all of this stuff that they would never in a million years say to you
Yeah.
in person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True indeed.
So that's what it's caused. So that's the era that we are living in.
Yeah.
Right now, it has caused people to be superhuman behind.
You gotta keep it going.
It's caused people to be superhuman behind this, this screen and what's going on out here.
Yeah.
And then when someone pulls up, it's like, hey, homie, remember
Yeah.
that what you said a
Oh,
couple
they
weeks
got
ago?
amnesia, don't
Crickets are chirping.
Yeah.
They remember, hey, man, dog, I ain't, my bad, my guy, sis, I ain't mean that.
Right.
So, you have to be really careful with that, because you got people on here that see you in any state, any city, anywhere, at any time.
As y'all say, on site.
On site, son. I mean, when they pull up on you, then what? So,
Yeah.
social media has really caused, in my book, it has really changed the game. And I take what people say, because some people are not what they're supposed to be.
Right. True story.
Saying women are getting receipts. Maybe men got just as many receipts as well.
I think he's talking about receipts on those miles when we were talking about Kim Henry.
Kim Henry.
Yeah.
Listen, receipts on miles, receipts on people, or whatever receipts you want to mention. There are receipts that are being got. Ain't that right, Retro?
That is true. That is true indeed. That is true indeed. And it'll keep them honest. It'll keep them honest, man. So
100%.
Yeah. 100%. So bada boom, bada bang. Yeah. But I think that sometimes, well, I just say it. Sometimes people have to be made an example. Paul even talks about it and everything, and so there are some things that, people do in the open and do publicly, and it has to be, or it should be, certainly can be, one might even say should be addressed in like manner.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because because if you don't, what does a person, if you don't check people, it depends on how egregious the situation is.
Yeah.
Some stuff, you don't gotta bark. You don't have to address everything that's said to you or about you. If you did, I mean, you would never grow as a person.
Right.
But it's going to depend on how egregious the manner is. So the offense.
I'll say this: you don't necessarily have to be confrontational, but you got to be direct.
Yeah, I don't
You know what I'm saying? And so in that regards, I think that yeah, some stuff we
sure.
just got to deal with it.
Right then,
Yeah, right then.
like you need to get got today.
Ain't no need to wait until tomorrow. Let's go ahead and handle this right now. Let's rip that band-aid off and let's.
People are not going to want to get got today. They're going to want to, um, when you start making phone calls or
Mhm.
emails, and what they're gonna do, they're gonna avoid you at
Yeah.
all costs. So
So talk to me real quickly about the power of a conversation. Why, do you believe a conversation is powerful?
okay, so have you heard the term when people say a lot of stuff can be fixed
Mm-hmm.
with just a general conversation,
Yes, ma'am.
right? A
Mhm.
lot of stuff.
Mhm.
Now, some stuff, there are people who can take a nosedive off of the Brooklyn Bridge, and
Mhm.
we not never coming back from some of the stuff that they've done. But general stuff, we can have a conversation, an adult conversation about it.
Yeah.
It can absolutely be resolved. And again, it goes back to the word: how egregious is the offense?
Mm-hmm.
Some stuff we not. No, me and you ain't coming back from it.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll use this for an example. Me and Jen Brew right now today, she's amazing. Me and her are really good friends, and we
Mhm.
have some really, really great conversations. But for a couple of years, we didn't speak or we didn't talk over a simple misunderstanding.
Okay.
Literally, it was simple. So we linked and we spoke about it. Ended up talking about it we talked about it for like 20 minutes. We were like, listen, we back in there, and we've been cool ever since.
Okay.
Literally, and that was 2 years ago when it happened. We've been back in the front row.
Yeah.
But a little misunderstanding. That's
Mhm.
again, misunderstanding. Choosing your words, getting on the phone and saying, "Hey, sis, I was wrong," and being accountable. You know what? I understand how you might have taken that, how I said this, the wrong way,
Right.
and
Right.
that's really what it was, and that's where we at today.
Mm. Yeah. Different people, I used to always say different strokes for different folks, whatever makes it work. And the gist of that is, what works for you doesn't work for me. And sometimes we have to allow that to be the point of understanding. But this is my go-to. Everything that's offensive doesn't have to, in other words, it was offensive, but I choose not to be offended.
Right.
You, you,
Right.
you know, um, but I think we are so sensitive nowadays. And when I say sensitive, we're so easily offended. I think people who are easily offended don't really have a truth as it relates to who they are and where they are in life.
What I don't get is
Hmm.
how in the world are you? Everything is. I have to watch everything that I say
Hmm.
because you are offended, or you are this, or you.
I can't do that. There's a lot of people out there like that, and I've been in situations like that, and you do everything to skate around it and to, you walking on thin ice kind of a thing. But man, you get a few years underneath your belt, and you be like, look at here, Negro, you better, get some thick skin or something, because I just can't do it. Life is too, I mean, I got enough stuff I'm dealing with as it is, and I just can't do it.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I don't do it, and I'm not going to. I mean, I feel like again, I'm in the old folks era,
Hmm.
and I'm going to say, how I feel, and if you like it, great. If you don't, great too. Um, like what I say earlier, I got 20 summers
Mm,
left on the earth, and
that's yeah.
I don't know. Retro about my past,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
I never imagined like myself being like this. So we talk about the present, like
Yeah.
an entrepreneur. So like where I'm at right now. Like last week,
Hmm.
first of all, I was supposed to be in Alaska or halfway on my way back.
Yeah.
So that was stopped. I couldn't go there because a series of events happened.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, I'll just run up to Canada. Then I was stopped. I just went to bed and my knee swelled up. So then I'm still here and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do something else. I'll figure out where I'm going to go. And then the Fast and the Furious guys came out and slid on my range like they was going to
So,
the ice car Olympics.
Yeah.
And totally jacked my school up.
Yeah.
And so I fought a lot of battles when it comes to this. So speaking of the present, it's like like what handling adversity.
Yeah.
How to overcome it, because sometimes you legit think, okay, God ain't working. But every time, like he does stuff, he restores something that happened even better.
Yeah.
And the month of August has not been friendly to me for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
But
right?
it seems like it. Yeah. So August 22, I got a brand new heart, per se.
Okay.
August the 11th, 2023. August 2023, my bikes were stolen.
Mm-hmm.
August the 11th, 2024, Fast and Furious on my range. So number 8, new beginnings.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So whatever the new beginning is that God has, it's got to be something that is for me in the month of August.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, God, so hopefully for, at the beginning, by the end of the month, I'm going to see whatever it is that he has come to fruition.
Every August
for the last 3 years,
you get hit.
every time.
So is he, because, you're saying one thing and I hear you, but I'm also hearing another thing. Every August, he sends you something to overcome.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every August.
Yeah.
I'm like, every time. So,
Wow.
I find it strange. So, be it not strange, the fiery, don't think it's crazy, this
Right.
fiery, thing that has come against you.
Right.
I don't think it's strange, but I'm just looking at the month like, July, July means I think it is finished.
Okay.
Set the number 7.
Complete. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or it is finished.
Yeah.
And then number 8 is, okay, now it's something new.
Right.
Completion.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a bad heart,
Mm-hmm.
had a bad ticker,
Mm-hmm.
so I got a brand new one. I got
Yep.
the CVO,
The CVO of hearts, huh? Okay. Okay.
Indian dark horse heart.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say CVO because
The special paint scheme and everything, right?
CVO now.
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
Okay.
So then my bikes get stolen.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had good bikes, but then I got not only like double for my trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So I only got 2 back that were taken, but I literally got double the portion
Right.
of what I had.
Right.
Okay. So then my range got the skid marks and all that on there.
Mm-hmm.
So then the guys came out this past Sunday. Well, first the sweeper came out. The sweeper came out
Uh-huh.
and swept the range.
Yeah.
I borrowed a commercial sweeper, swept my range like.
Now, was this one of the guys from the car club?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
they
Okay.
came out, they gave me a donation, 2 of them.
Okay.
The
Okay.
sweeper came out and swept the range, and like mopped it. Like,
Nice.
this water and scrubbed it, and it was almost unbelievable how well it looked. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then a group of guys came out on Sunday, volunteers, and they came out and we repainted the whole thing, and it looks like it was like
Looks good.
it never happened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so whatever is coming at the end of August, whatever new, I'm like,
Yeah.
God, I need this new, I need the new,
Right.
the new.
Yeah.
So I need.
Oh, hold on. You need to. Oh, so you don't need a new and you don't need a new. You need a new. Oh, you done going on to the 3rd generation. Hey, look, man, listen here. The new. Yeah.
And so there's some things that I'm working on that would literally blow up the motorcycle internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I have publicized that I've been working on with Supreme from Black Rain.
Mm-hmm.
That we've been working on. I mean, I shared that with you, but
Right.
we haven't, because God is teaching me also not to make everything public until it comes to pass.
Yeah.
And when I put my name on the dotted line and I've signed, and God says this is now yours.
Right.
And so that's what we're doing with this particular project. So, it seems like it's the impossible, but God specializes in.
Come on now. You're gonna make me start singing. God specializes in
He
things.
He specializes in the impossible.
Yeah.
And I have seen him do some impossible things,
Yeah, he definitely does, man. He's special.
God heals. I mean, not heals, but
He
God,
does that too, but go ahead.
he heals. He healed a man in the Bible
Mm-hmm.
based on his friend's faith, correct?
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So
The one that they let down through the roof.
yes.
Uh-huh.
So if you believe and I believe it,
Yeah.
and you got the faith with me and I do it, we touch and agree,
Mm-hmm.
then I believe that all things are possible.
Yeah.
Because I did the impossible, what they said would be the impossible already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to continue. But this thing that we are working on now is a Herculean thing.
Nice.
It hey Supreme, Chris Hunter. Hey Sarge.
What's up, Sarge?
This thing that I'm working on now is
Mind blowing.
and
Yeah.
like literally.
Yeah.
Because people told me it's impossible to do it. So it's impossible to do it, but so when I talk to God, I talk to him like my homeboy, like God.
Mm-hmm.
Now these people went and told me that this thing is impossible. I'm gonna see how you gonna act. What we doing?
Now, does the past Shekelia and the present Shekelia handle those situations the same way? How differently is the past from the new?
The past Shekelia
Yeah.
has faith too,
Mm-hmm.
but she doesn't have radical faith.
So over time, your faith has
Yes.
gotten to a point of
Yeah.
being radical. That's good.
Like,
Yeah.
it has me living risky. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid now to. I don't want to just ask for. Don't don't. I don't want to just sustain. No, I want to go. I don't want to just I want to. I'm not afraid to ask for radical stuff.
Right. Right.
I don't be like, okay, well, this costs $50,000. I don't got $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Right.
What if the riches are laid up? The riches of the wealthy are laid up for the poor.
It is the wealth of the
Right.
wicked is laid up for the
And you know how many
righteous.
people that he's caused to be like here,
Mm-hmm.
this, that.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, for me, the past Shekelia asked for stuff, but I asked for really small stuff,
Mm.
little things. Now, I ask for big stuff,
As you should.
impossible stuff.
As you should. As you should.
So I've learned in the present Shekelia to really take the limits off of God.
So we learned a little bit about past Shekelia, present Shekelia. What about the future Shekelia? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Do you see yourself changing? Do you feel? Because I think it's different when you can see yourself doing something and when you feel yourself, doing something. You know what I mean? So where do you see yourself in the future?
Where do I see myself in the future? I see myself probably living in a toy hauler,
Okay.
moving around the country like a little nomad that I am.
Okay.
And, having about 10 schools
Okay.
in the country and an indoor track. Indoor
Okay.
motorcycle
Okay.
training
Okay.
facility,
Okay. Okay.
which no one has one.
Is that right?
No. And that's something that was brought to my attention.
Okay.
And living in Florida 6 months, living in somewhere else. Definitely not living somewhere where it's cold. And
Yeah.
maybe be married.
Okay. Okay. I see you. That put a smile on your face just saying it.
Be married.
Good for
My
you.
granddad I called a couple weeks ago. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, granddad, I'm in Vegas and I'm getting married."
He started
He
laughing.
said, "Who you find to marry you?" I'm like, so yeah.
Oh, that's what granddaddy said, huh?
Yeah, he did. But I would like to do
Funny.
that. I would like to manifest a good dude to say I do too.
Okay.
A lot to put up with, but I will submit to the right person. But you got to be the.
They don't believe you.
Got
The listening audience don't believe you. We hear the words coming out your mouth, but I bet you if we took a look, I'm just saying, if we took a poll right now, I bet you they would say, I don't know. I hear what she's saying, but But see, here's what I believe to be true.
Okay.
Every strong black woman wants a man that's gonna be a man.
Be over here. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and so I think it's easy for us to say, oh, she don't know how to. Women don't know how to submit. I don't believe that to barely be true. Some of the toughest ones, you know, really want a man that's gonna step up and be a man.
You're gonna have to lead me well in order for me to follow you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think I would. It's not going to be an easy thing, but I would naturally try to submit. You know what?
See,
Sorry,
Chris, see.
You know what? What's the last one? I don't understand.
Yeah. But we believe you. It's just a little funny, but we believe you. We believe, yeah.
I mean, if I may ask.
No, it really ain't funny. I'm just saying because of the way that you are perceived, the way that you come across, you're very strong, you're very opinionated, and I think a lot of guys are don't know how to handle someone like that. You know, they're easily offended because it will cause them to be challenged. You know, when you with a strong black woman, your manhood's gonna be challenged, not so much by your actions per se, but because of and so that's my opinion. Now me myself now said, okay, he says he believes you can submit. Yeah, he knows what's up, and Chris says he's coming to that wedding. Look here, that you can sell tickets and pay for your wedding because everybody be willing to come because they want to see that.
That's
so okay. So at that wedding, let's talk about the wedding, guys. Anybody else want to talk about the wedding? At the wedding, would it be a biker's wedding?
Probably not.
Okay.
It's another thing too about me. I'm a multifaceted type of person.
Come on now.
I'm here to fish with my dad. I'm here to fish with my dad.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave here, which I'm leave, go back home to North Carolina. I mean, go back to down the hour down the road. Me and my dad in the morning at 05 we're getting up.
Really?
And we going fishing.
Fishing with daddy.
Yeah, that's what
that's what's up right there.
And that's why I'm here. So I do that. Plus, I'm a Facebook comedian.
Okay.
I got my jokes.
Yeah, full of jokes.
I don't know what a barbecue is. Yeah, we going home.
Hey, I was at a wedding. They had barbecue.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Well, what my town where I'm from in North Carolina,
it's known for some of the best barbecue. Yeah.
We shut down the whole city, all of the hotels, everything for the barbecue festival.
Okay. So said want to be the best man. So I'm going to rally off the best man spot. So said if you want to be the best man, we see if anybody else is, and but look at here. That wedding gonna be packed out. What's up, Gorilla Blue? We see you watching on tonight.
Again, I don't just ride bikes. So I don't want a biker theme. I don't want to do any of that. People will say to me all the time too, oh, the man that you get with, he's gonna have to ride a bike. No, I'm not going to box myself into that hole.
Okay.
Because maybe he don't want to ride motorcycles. Maybe he want to drive a follow truck. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm glad you said that. He said, so now she's getting married. I want to be a fly on the wall. No, so the question was, where do you see yourself in the future Shekelia Bussey? And marriage was an option. Okay. So you said it won't be a biker's wedding because you're multifaceted, as you should be. How many? I probably shouldn't go here, but how many people on the bike set need balance?
Need balance?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Lord, here we go. Let me get uncut.
Oh, Sarge said he's running the bar at the wedding.
It's gonna be open bar for sure.
Yeah.
Pastor, I know you don't.
No. Just have a ginger ale for me and I'll be good. Yeah. I get tired of ginger ale. I get a Pepsi.
I'm just gonna go.
Look here, man. Yo, your wedding is already furnished, man. You got ushers and everything, man.
I mean, listen, hey, you guys are in there.
There you go. So you were saying though.
Because you have people, and I've talked about this before, that are not multifaceted. They are straight up tunnel vision. They are in clubs, and all they do is set.
Yeah.
We know that, Gorilla Blue. I mean, you don't have no problem with that. Okay, you are the.
Shout out to Gorilla Blue.
Kong of the cussing team. So,
Oh boy.
you
He be so sincere too, man. You know, he be so sincere, be cussing and everything, but he be talking Bible though. Yeah, we love you, Gorilla Blue, man. God bless you, bro.
So they're not multifaceted. They are one thing. They are one trick ponies, and that meaning they ride bikes, and without the bikes, who are you? And I say this all the time. Who are you beyond motorcycle?
Yeah.
Who are you? Okay, so I am somebody beyond the bike. If you take me off the bike, I'm still going to be good. Who are you beyond it? What else do you do? You know, so you can't. To me, you got to be like in gymnastics, right? Simone
Okay.
Biles.
Mm-hmm.
She does. If she just did the balance beam,
Mm-hmm.
people be like, "Dang, that's all you do?
Right.
That's it?"
Yeah.
She do the balance beam, the floor exercise. She do that vault, the pochinko, whatever. She do all of these things that
Yeah.
she does, and she does them well, right?
Yeah.
You got to be more than the one trick pony. You set. So if something happened and you could not go to the set barbecue, or you could not go to an annual, or you could not, what happens if they took the bike from you?
So so are you a biker?
Am I a biker?
Yeah.
Yeah, a small percentage of me is a biker.
Is it a lifestyle for you?
No,
No?
no,
Okay.
no, it's not.
Okay.
It's not a hobby either. But
Okay.
it is. I do not live to ride my motorcycle because I am non-conventional.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, first of all, I ride a freaking Bussey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I ride it on the same level as people ride these cruisers.
Yeah.
I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And before I had that, I had a 600, and I rode it on the same level before social media was popping. I had ridden that all over the place. I did 5 iron butts on the 600
So little birdie told me that you rode your motorcycle in Africa.
in Africa.
Yeah, that's like
Djibouti, Africa. I shipped it to California, got
uh-huh.
on a cargo ship, and shipped over to Africa. And I rode it in Djibouti,
Now
in Johannesburg, South Africa.
now where in I've never heard of Djibouti.
It's a big Navy town because I was dating a guy there since out in West Africa.
Yeah.
Went there, Morocco, and I mean you're a recipient of photos. So I've been doing this a long time.
For a minute.
I didn't just get up here and be like, oh, okay, I started riding the bike.
Right,
I've
right,
been
right.
riding one
Yeah.
a long time. And I really wasn't interested in being on social media, but you know, my friends were like, "Oh, you need to be on social media.
Yeah.
You need to be on social media," especially when I started to manifest the moto mob,
Okay.
okay, and stuff like that. I charged to sign autographs.
She charges to sign autographs, Mr. Moore. So
No, I'm not kidding.
yeah.
So the thing is, I've been doing it. So I've been over in Morocco. I have been to the Philippines to visit my friends over there on a motorcycle. I have ridden to a lot of places. And again, I was doing these things since 2014.
Right.
Well, 2013. I didn't get on social media until 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I was already out there. So I was never interested in being motorcycle famous.
Right.
I was doing my thing, which is why when Sarge speaks on the Titan Award finds you.
Right. Right.
I was like, the what?
Yeah.
The Titan Award, what is that? Iron
Yeah.
Elite, what is that? Because again, I wasn't looking for it. I
Mm-hmm.
was just riding my miles and doing my thing.
Yeah.
So Guns brought that to my attention. Like, you should do the Iron Elite, so and so and so. So yeah, the Titan Award definitely found me because I was not, I promise you, not looking for it. So no, in my book, a biker is not a lifestyle for me. I don't
Okay.
just ride. And when I say that, my point I was making,
Uh-huh.
I might ride today,
Right.
and I might ride. Let's say I'm on the road, because when I get on the road, I'm
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be up there.
I like the way you do it. I ain't gonna lie.
Up in they
Yeah.
garage code and
Yeah.
all this and opening doors and all that. I might be on the road 30 days when I go somewhere. The average person is not going to be able to be gone for 30 days. Their old lady ain't going to let them. Their husband ain't going to let them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be able to do that. Okay, that's another thing of getting married. Whoever you are in marriage land, sometimes the mileage bully going to have to be gone for a month at a time.
And
You
so
can't find me.
yeah,
Sarge.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're gonna have to understand that. But I might ride this month, and I don't go back out to ride my bike for 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on my bike in 3 months.
Yeah,
I need to go to the garage and look at it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Because what? I got other stuff to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not my end all be all. And believe me, I do love to ride,
Right.
but I don't like to ride I don't want to ride every day. And if this makes sense, the road calls me to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like
That makes sense. To me, it does. Yeah, to me, it does. I don't.
I'm a fair weather rider too. I want to make that obvious.
Well, I don't consider myself a biker. As it relates to weather, I often say the weather doesn't dictate whether or not we ride, but the gear we wear when we ride. Bike, this motorcycle thing is not my lifestyle. You know what I mean? Because I believe that we need to change the narrative and we need to promote being bikers beyond the bike.
Correct.
Riding motorcycles is easy.
Correct.
I mean, you throw your leg over, you ride, and you go straight. Some guys hit some curves and stuff. But some people are really great at riding their motorcycle. They keep the latest one in the garage. But when they're off the bike, they're not really good people.
Yeah, you're crummy.
You're crummy people.
Sure.
And I think that just as nice as your bike is, you should work on you as well. Yeah, so I think everything and anything that we do, we should work hard on having a proper balance, even with church. I mean, yeah. So
it's like church, school. I
yeah,
mean, marriage. How you deal with your children, or or whatever you're doing. I mean, like I said, it's just in my book.
Yeah,
it's just too many one hit wonders,
one trick ponies.
Hey Snook, that's my guy right there.
What's going on, Snook?
It's just too many one hit wonders in the bike world for me.
Yeah. Now you got some bikers that are out there. That's their lifestyle. Through and through. That's all they eat, drink, sleep, and they do it well.
They do.
They do it well. Hats off to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. The problem is the guys who were nobody in junior high school. And then they finally get to a point where they can buy a CVO and some sneakers to match it. And then now, they join a club or whatever, and now they put on that super vest and they spray on that clout cologne, and now they're somebody. And so biking is so important to them because without it, they're invisible.
That's correct.
You can take my road glide and get me a Vespa scooter. I'm still going to have as much swag as I got on my road glide. I'm going to pull up at all little scooter joints and be praying for folk and just still doing ministry.
People hate to say that. People hate to hear that.
It's true. Yeah.
You were nobody in high school. You were not popular. You were not athletic. And people, well, Desi,
we ain't hurting their feelings, are we?
She lives in my area in Virginia. Well, I don't really live nowhere. But I'm going to tell you, they weren't popular in high school. I said I was going to get on here and be nice.
Well, you are being nice,
There was nobody. They were not athletic. Nobody noticed them. They weren't the most attractive person. And then they get in over here with these bikes, and it changes their whole perception. You cannot, and I've seen it. One of the biggest pieces of advice, which I've never been that way, when I came on to the set.
Someone said, "Come on, Reverend."
When I came on to the set, OC Lifer was like, "Listen, he was like, you pretty, you got a nice little physique, you this." He said, "Do not let these, blankety blanks change you or whatever, because it happens to women too. I'm not just talking about men. Women do it too.
Yeah.
Okay." He said, "Don't let nobody change you," and it has not. It never has, because at the end of the day, I was already somebody before I started riding the motorcycle. So I was already in touch with my identity.
Gorilla Blue, I didn't hear the call. Go ahead and hit that line again, brother. It is open. I do see that I did miss a call, but for whatever reason, I don't know why I didn't hear it. So go ahead and give us a call, Gorilla Blue, and speak your facts. because I do agree with you where you said those are the ones that's messing up the set, you know, and I think it kind of goes back to something we were kind of talking about earlier about accountability, and so the accountability.
And so yeah, that's what's happened. And like I said, I'm not just talking about men. I'm not talking about just men because women do it too. You know, you got people that come in and women that come in and they were also the same, not popular in high school, not invisible, not seen, not heard, and then they get on the set, they put on the vest or they put on the armband, they go to these annuals, and then they get somebody says, "Hey, girl, hey, you know, whatever," and then it's over with. It's
Let me see. I think we got Gorilla Blue on the line. Let me see here. Can you hear me, Gorilla? Let's see here. You there, boss man? What in the world? Let me see here. Bada boom, bada bang. Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me? Can you hear him? Okay, hold on one second. Go ahead, talk to me, Gorilla. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. Uh-huh. Uh-oh, go easy on us. My bleep button ain't working. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you get these youngsters in the club that wasn't shit. Then you teach them the wrong way. Like you think you can walk into somebody's clubhouse and tell them that how much they need to charge for liquor, how much they need to charge people to rent their clubs. They think they can just come through somebody's party and tell them that we ain't got to pay, we getting in free. Well, the good news is don't bring your motherfucking ass to Red Breed if you ain't trying to pay. And then them suck-ass dudes that wasn't nothing in high school, they put on these vests and they walk around here with their chest stuck out when somebody try to speak to them. They the ones that's calling our sisters bitches. They the ones that's sexually assaulting a lot of our sisters when they be coming into the club, touching them inappropriately, and then the sisters be scared to say something. They need to say something. So that's why, you know, I've been on my motorcycle lately because I've been hearing about some of this same fuck shit around me. And I've been saying I'm going to just ride my motorcycle and keep going. It ain't my business. It ain't my business. If it ain't happening in Red Breed, it ain't my business. And my issue before was when different people used to tell me about stuff, I used to confront it.
Right.
So, you know, then you got these fuck boys that's fucking on these girls and they telling them roses are red, violets are blue. If you give me some pussy, you can start a club too. And that's how we getting all these female social clubs and MCs. And then you got motherfuckers that want people to go through the council. And if you come on a set, you got to wear this supporter patch and all that shit. Man, these dudes is fucking this bike set up. And if anybody got a problem with what I said, a hurt dog will holler, a hit dog would holler. You just call me, 702-205-2382. And if I was talking to a nigga like you, I would say you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They need to stop fucking this bike set up. Simple as that. Yeah. I'm sick of this shit, man. These dudes is fucking this set up. My daddy, my uncles, the founder of the East Bay Dragons, the founder of the Soul Brothers, father, the founder of Chosen Few. They didn't put this shit together for these suck-ass dudes to do that. And if your shit is on the East Coast, don't bring your East Coast bullshit to the West Coast, because we not going for it.
I hear you loud and clear,
Simple as
boss,
that.
man. So let me ask you
Simple
this,
as
Gorilla.
that.
Let me ask you this, because I don't disagree with what you're saying at all. But my question is, what do we do to address it as a whole? Is there anything we can do to address it?
What can we do to address it? The fact of the matter is, bro, people address the stuff as it is.
Mm-hmm.
But you got these one-track mind people that if it ain't their way, it ain't good. If it ain't their way, it ain't right.
Right.
If they didn't think of it, it ain't gonna work. So
Mm-hmm.
it's never gonna work until these, man, I was gonna say something, until these dudes really sit down and ask themselves, why do I have this patch on? What was the meaning of putting these motorcycle colors on my back in the first place? Well, they can't figure it out because they just jumped out of high school or dropped out of high school or came from this type of life, that life, to the biker life.
Let me ask you this.
Myself, when I ask myself, why do I have this on my back? First and foremost, I represent my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm not in my family club, the Liberty Riders, started in 1977. My daddy was the original Brothers of the Sun. But when they put the Brothers of the Sun motorcycle patch on a female back, my daddy wasn't with that. He feel that women should stay with women, men should stay with men. But while I'm saying that, to all you knuckleheads that be telling women that they better be lucky they're on the set, nah, nigga, you lucky to be on the set. Women been a part of the set since day one, unless it was a gay community. Women been a part of the set. That's who used to do the trail vehicles. That's who used to have the weapons, the weed, and all that shit. That's who used to run people down when they mess with the people riding on the highway. And I can go deep into it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the motorcycle set was put together just like Crippin' and Blood and the BGF and the Black Panthers. It was to service, to protect and service our community and bring unity to one another. These motorcycle clubs is separating themselves from each other the same way the Crips and the Bloods is doing it, the BGFs and the Black Panthers and all this. If you ain't from this clique, we don't fuck with you. And it don't supposed to be like that. I'm getting I'm really getting upset. I gotta calm myself down because I'm choking over my words, but they messing it up, Pastor. They messing it up.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be to service and protect our community, to help our community, empower our community. When I was growing up, we used to, man, look, the Brothers of the Sun, the Liberty Riders, the Deuces, the Brothers of the Sun, the Liberty Riders, the Deuces, the Chosen Few, the DOs, Great Kings and Queens of Africa, and I can keep naming them. We used to have picnics where they played against softball against each other, flag football. They used to have wet T-shirt contests. We used to have watermelon eating contests, hot dog eating contests. We used to have a sack race, a 3-leg race. And if they had an issue, they would talk about it, or they would let them two dudes go over there and handle it the way they handle it, and it was a done deal. Wasn't nobody stealing nobody's bikes. Wasn't nobody charging their club members for parts that they had sitting around in their garage. It was about helping one another and empowering one another. And now, for the most part, you have people like yourself, Sarge, Shekelia, Big Cell do both of them. He empower people, then he tear people down. So, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's like, but he calls shit what it is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I respect that. But I feel sometimes he should just leave that shit alone and just constantly build. You know what I'm saying? Because a circus ain't shit unless it have a clown in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or unless the clown have an audience, then he have a circus. But we need to focus on building one another and not tearing one another down. You know what I'm saying? I used to be one of them dudes that talk about people with Mitch Mac rim. I used to be one of them dudes that say, you ain't got no Harley. And then I had to look in the mirror and say, you old punk ass nigga, where you come from?
So let me ask you this,
750
Gorilla.
Hondas, Kawasaki.
Because when I first came aware of you, you were in that stage still. And you, in my opinion, you was a little rough around the edges. But
No, I wasn't little. I was.
But I have seen some changes in you for the better, so I want to congratulate you on that, and I want to commend you, and I want to encourage you to keep on going in that direction. Now I know a brother like yourself, it don't take nothing to slip every now and then, because sometimes things will push you to that point. But what was it for you?
And then sometimes you got to give people what they want.
Yeah. What was it for you that changed your perspective?
When number one, my daddy passing away.
Okay.
That made me say, damn, he died and he really didn't get to know his grandkids. And then I said, you know what? I want to do stuff I seen my dad do.
Yeah.
So fast forwarding, I ended up joining Rare Breed 7.5 years ago.
Okay.
And I did things in Rare Breed that I never thought I would do. Like riding the 48 states in 10 days, 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the 4 corners in 10 days, 3 times. Taking a group of people that I don't even know across the United States to do the 48 states. Meeting people like you and Shekelia. I never thought I'd be doing no stuff like that. I knew my daddy knew people, and I knew he rode across country by himself.
Yeah.
So the thing that changed me is I said, I want to be around for my kids. I want to be a grandfather and this and that. So I said, if I continue to be a hothead, 2 things going to happen. I'm going to hurt somebody or they going to hurt me, and I'm going to be in jail or either dead. And then when I joined Red Breed, I was still with 1 foot on the biker life and 1 foot in the cane banging life. Because my daddy had 1 foot in the biker life, but my dad was a bank robber too. You know what I'm saying? You can talk to my Uncle Hero, my Uncle Junebug, all them. They used to rob banks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when they was robbing banks, he was doing both things, bank robbing and motorcycles. So my dad is a real definition of an outlaw. He was when he passed.
Gorilla Blue, you about to open up the investigations, bro. Chill.
Man, my daddy dead. Fuck them. And he served his time.
Yeah.
He served his time. It ain't about no investigation. That sounds like you trying to say I'm snitching or something, But my daddy dead, and he served his time. So like I said, my dad used to do that. He was an outlaw. And I said, I need to slow my life down. When my dad was robbing banks, I was out there laying niggas down and doing what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I said, I need to change. When I got that 21 years and I had to do 11 off of that, it changed me. But I still was 1 leg in the motorcycle club, 1 leg in the street life. And then when somebody that I was close to, me and him had a fight and he drew down on me, that's when I said things has changed. And I said, I need to change my lifestyle. So I moved to Vegas. I met Tracy. Well, I met a whole lot of people, but I met Tracy and got married and been doing my thing. Helping people has always been in my blood through my grandparents. But what really changed me the most is when I saw Rare Breed doing that stuff, I see my homie Blackie and my cousin Junebug, and before Junebug, Aunt used to come through my neighborhood on a fly Harley. I used to see Punchy them. They used to ride them. I called them choppers. I didn't know they was Harley, but you know what I'm saying? Like the blue bike he pulled out. And I was like, man, them dudes fly. So finally I joined them. And because I got my colors took for 6 months for saying something to somebody, I said, I need to be cool. So that's when I really took
accountability.
Sit back. And I said, I want to be a part of this. So I have to change the way I am. Nobody didn't change me. I chose that. Just like the bike set didn't choose me. I chose it. Mm-hmm. Just like them colors don't make me. I make the colors. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all say that Red Breed patch, that dude on that Red Breed patch, people say Gorilla Blue or Gorilla Blue from Red Breed or Highway Burglar. So I chose to change my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not perfect. I'm an imperfect being in an imperfect world,
Okay,
trying to be
Gorilla Glue.
just and
Thank you.
perfect and serve a
Thanks for
perfect
coming
God.
out. Good
Simple as
night.
that.
Yes, sir. And look,
Shekelia,
man.
you just mad because you ain't the one talking now.
Hey, Gorilla, we
And since
appreciate
she's
your
talking,
yeah.
since she not don't hang up, since she's talking, she stopped talking to me. And I ain't gonna bring the subject up, but you still my sister. And I hate the fact that it done that. So when you ready to have a conversation, you call me because I wasn't wrong. And I seen your subs and all that stuff, but I still love you and I respect you and I honor you with all the honor that I have in you.
Okay.
So
I
when you ready
appreciate
to
that.
talk, give me a call. Now I'll hang up.
Okay.
Appreciate you, Blue.
Okay. All right, my guy.
All right.
All right, man. Have a
Later.
good night. Yes, sir. My man, Gorilla Blue in the building, ladies and gentlemen, making it do what it do. Let's make some noise for him.
Was. But okay.
Anybody else want to call in? We got the phone lines open for a few more minutes.
I want to address what Desi.
Okay, let's talk about it. This part here.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
absolutely right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a money grab.
Okay.
Right? So you look on flyers right now, and you got Young Jeezy at your event, and you charging $50 to get in. And if I want to go to a concert, I'll pay to go to a concert. I came to fellowship with my brothers and sisters. Why is it turned into whole orchestrated $30, $40 at the door to get in?
Yeah.
And we go over to things like I don't know if anybody on here has ever heard of Maxton, North Carolina.
Yeah.
I'll go over there and you got 10,000 people and ain't got a single, you don't have a single person, a big star artist on the schedule.
Yeah.
And it's packed.
Packed
7,000,
out.
8,000 people.
And
They charging
and you know what?
$10 to get in.
And you know what? In almost 50 years, they said they've never had an incident. Never had an incident. Not one time.
Not one time. And you go over there and it's like 10,000 people on the street.
Yeah.
People are in campers. People grilling outside.
Yeah.
And $10, $5. They got bring your own BYOB, but yet and still you look on certain people's flyers, it's $40 at the door. And you got Lil Wayne on the schedule. If I want to see Lil Wayne, I'll go see him in concert wherever. And yeah, I'll pay that.
Now, do you think it would be a problem if, let's say, Motorcycle Club AZ say, you know what, we want to make some money, and so let's do a concert, and they do a concert, just like a regular concert, whoever the latest artist or whatever. In other words, you can still have your annual, but keep it motorcycling, as Sarge would say. And then if you're gonna do a concert, just do a concert.
Right. Do that somewhere else.
Right.
Like
I mean, just.
And when I was in Oklahoma, they had a concert. Kool and the Gang was there.
Yep.
They had Kool and the Gang off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, you want to go see Kool and the Gang? Here's the ticket for Kool and the Gang. Go over there.
Yeah.
And that's what people did.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you done turned stuff into the money grab, as Desi just said. And so first of all, I don't even go to annuals. I mean, every now and then I do every now and then, here and there, depends on who it is. But at the end of the day, it is turned into that.
Yeah.
And I don't think that is not, to me, that is not the reason to start. It's supposed to be fellowship. I don't go to annuals, one, because I don't want to hear, I want to hear.
Yeah.
I want to hear what Retro is talking to me about.
Yeah.
When I'm there.
Yeah.
When I see dude, I'm excited when I go to Maxton and motorcycle and cars.
And cars.
Down the doggone street doing the street races.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? One time I went and the dude wrecked off into the woods. And I was like, man, this stuff is crazy. Or if you want to get tipsy, you're in a safe place to be tipsy at. You just go in your camper and go to sleep. These people ain't even trying to make no money off the set, really. They just want the people to come out and have a good time. But it's turned into a business. It has turned into a business. And I don't
yeah.
I'm not feeling it myself.
Yeah.
So when I go to things like Ride to Eat, so you can't come in to Ride to Eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm a ground pounder. I just don't pound my miles like everybody else do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Again, unconventional. I do my stuff differently because I want to see stuff on the road. When you go to a Ride to Eat, you got people in that joint that done rode to the doggone moon and back. Done walked on the moon, probably. Who knows? You can't go in there with your rare breed, or I'm kings of the south, or I'm super, whoever you think that you are. I don't even think the cuts are even allowed at that.
Nope.
Right?
No
As it should
cuts.
not be.
Yep.
So you go in there, and you go in there, and you go in there humbly. You go in there with the right attitude, and you go in there to fellowship. You got 20, 30,000 people at an event that you done paid $40 from. Those people,
Yeah.
you done made a couple of $100,000 probably, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, who did you see? Did you have a good time? And every biker event that I've ever been to, everybody standing up against the wall, looking at each other. And that, man, is that what we doing?
Right.
Right. It's not like events like that. The Lone Star Rally.
So this is what I'm gonna say. I didn't grow up on the motorcycle
Okay, me neither.
You know what I mean? So I'm a newcomer in a sense. But anyway, let me just keep it moving. So I like to go to things that, I mean, if I want to see a booty shake, I go downstairs in the bedroom and say, "Come on, baby, make a shake for me." But I want to go somewhere where I can get some history.
Exactly.
Where I can learn something from an OG, and things like that. The other day I went up to Bull City Riders, and man, I got a chance to sit down with with a few of the founding members, and as well as the current president, and we sat there and we chopped it up, man, and that's what does it for me, and so again, if we're talking past, present, and future. Don't waste your future if you're not building for your future. Don't waste your present if you're not building for your future. And Gorilla Blue just shared with us some history, as far as the motorcycle set past. We've talked about present, the issues going on now. Where is the motorcycle set going in the future if we don't get certain things under control? It's going to hell.
So, Gorilla Blue shared my Blind Mellow Jelly, my name records. I heard that 9,000 times.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is what it is. So it is still history. It is still all good. And again, at Sarge at the Titan Award, another fellowshipping event.
Absolutely.
In the lobby with Sarge, Highway Smiley. I don't even know how many people were down in the lobby for hours and hours. And I don't, I have social anxiety. I can openly say that publicly. I have social anxiety. I'm never going to go somewhere.
That part, Gorilla.
I'm not going to go somewhere and stay more than 2 hours. I have a panic attack and I got to go. So, now that'll probably be like, oh, the mileage bully say she crazy, whatever. But I don't. 2 hours, 3 hours is my max. I stayed there in that doggone lobby 4 or 5 hours talking, and we shared so many things, just getting to know people.
Right.
You get to know about a person at end.
Yeah.
I mean, they do it, but at the end of the day,
thanks, Bolo.
I didn't grow up on the set. I didn't come to motorcycling until I was almost 40. No, 35, almost 40. So I didn't come to it until I was later in life, more mature. But I'm old at 53. I start yawning at 9 o'clock at night. I need to be in the bed, and I don't have time for that. I'm not a partier. At all.
No.
Yeah, we were in the lobby at the everybody was down there for like 4 and 5 hours, and again, I literally stayed there for 4 and 5 hours.
Thanks, Tiffany.
And talking, and when I say jokes, hilarious, finding out how people are like, dang, I told this person when I didn't even know you talked.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, as far as the Iron Elite is concerned, Sarge is doing an excellent job, he and his staff, because they have encapsulated a atmosphere that does not feel or say MC, even though you see all these different MC cuts and everything. It strictly says motorcycling.
Correct.
And I think, and I was thinking about this when Gorilla was talking. I don't know if you heard me, but thank you, Renee, Tiffany Renee. Thank you for your help as well, because you put that call out and they started making it do what it do. So thank you so much. But Gorilla was talking about how he joined Rare Breed. And you know, Rare Breed is known for riding their motorcycles.
Yes.
You know, and I found out that when you got people that ride their motorcycle, they ain't about the drama. Well, for the most part.
Okay.
For the most part. Okay. For the most part. So if we ride our scoots a little bit more, cross state lines, fellowship with folk that, you know, we don't normally fellowship with, it might, you know, bring a certain balance to the way we see things and even go about things.
You really ain't got time to who's gonna argue with meet your lid. You
Yeah.
ain't got time for that. You gotta wait till you get to the gas station for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I pretty much live a drama free life. And my staff always says to me all the time, "Hey, you don't have no no. I'm pretty drama free. I'm pretty straightforward. If I ever tell you straight up, hey, you my people, you my boy,
Then that's what it is.
you are the person that gave me the freaking scissors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. I don't care how you spin it. I don't care how you try to justify it. You're the person that did. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
that's how it goes. And so some stuff we just not gonna come back from it. Period. And I'll leave that alone.
So go ahead.
Getting past the set, because again, I ain't even on the set. That's why I like to, sometimes I cuss the set out, and I'll be talking set Negro famous people that are on the set.
Yeah.
You can be famous all you want, but you're not going to see too many of the famous people at not too many of them. You're not going to see them at certain things, because why?
Yeah.
When you get up in there, I don't care at Rod G how famous you are.
Right.
I don't care about that you got 60,000 followers.
Right.
I don't care about 6 million. I don't care about none of that.
Right.
I don't want you to care that I got a motorcycle school.
Right.
Now, yes, it is a piece of history.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Black
Yeah.
history. It's going to go down in the books.
Yep.
It is a part of my legacy.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't even want you to care about that. Get to know who I am, how did you get started, yada, yada, yada. Nobody cares about set nigga, excuse my language. Nobody cares about set nigga famous at some of these events.
Right.
No, I don't.
Right.
So I'll use K Solo for an example, and he's not even on the set either. But when I first met him, I knew who he was, plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
This is, don't nobody, he might be on here, but he can look at this later. I saw him in Tulsa one time,
Yeah.
and I looked right over at him at a stoplight, looked dead in his face, and I turned my head like, oh, this K Solo.
Yeah.
Then I saw him again. I didn't see him again until the next year at Iron Elite.
Yeah.
He was like, you saw me in Tulsa, and you looked at me,
Yeah.
and you were like,
so did you know it was him?
yeah. I looked over there, I think I thought I waved like, what's up?
Yeah.
I mean, so
yeah.
I said, yeah, I knew it was you, but what did you want me to do? Did you want me to? Oh my God.
Yeah.
This K Solo. I mean, what I did, and we laughed about it. He found it humorous.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm not out here to, I'm not out here to stroke nobody's ego or make you, either. It's a lot. I'm sorry, I have to say this. It takes a lot to impress me. You do. Some of the stuff that impress some of you Negroes, I'll be like, okay. But it does, because I'm an Aries and I operate on a different type of level. The Hoka Hay winners, the finalists, the black women that did that in my book, that is impressive.
Yeah.
You got people like, oh, so and so took 50 women around the country to California. Eagle Rider's been doing that for 30 years.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff that impress you color folks, I'll be like, do you know anything about your history?
You know what impresses me? What impresses me is when we lift up our people. That's what impresses me.
Yeah, and we don't do that. So you got people who will go out and buy a Bass Pro hat, a Yankees hat, anybody else's hat, but won't buy your brand, won't buy their next sister. Well, unless you're a really popular person, they'll buy it then.
Yeah, right.
But you gotta be that person. Won't promote none of the stuff that your brothers and sisters do. You got talented people all over the set, selling all kind of things and promoting, but you promote the annual 30 times, but you won't promote your brothers and sisters stuff or your anybody. So we don't do a good job to me of uplifting each other at all or support.
Now,
But
I was at the Maxton rally, ran into Tiffany and Daniel down there. And every time I run into them, they show me mad love. You know what I mean? Now, we all know Tiffany, and she's doing her thing on social media and beyond. She's got only like a gazillion followers. So the other day, I said, you know, man, I'm trying to get over 1K. She said, oh, say less, you know. And without even asking her, without even saying, yo, Retro, I'm going to do such and such. Nuh-uh. Next thing you know, I get a notification. She had went on YouTube and made a post on my behalf.
there you go.
And then her folks started coming over saying, yo, Tip Squad sent me. You know, so we talk about being set famous. If you're going to be set famous, what are you doing with that popularity, notoriety, clout? What are you doing with it? I mean, if you're going to have it, if you're going to be that, then use it, work it.
I feel like singing an old Negro spiritual right now.
Yeah. Way down yonder by myself. Wade in the water. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to go launch out here this weekend and do the Three Flag Classic. Right. Ruby Red is in the shed right now. Yeah, you know what I mean. Kodak. Oh, what's going on, Kodak? What's going on there, big dog? He out there getting some miles right now as well. Good brother too, man. Yeah. I gotta make it up there to the drop zone. Yeah, that was definitely solid of her, Gorilla Blue.
You should be doing.
It didn't cost her anything but a few seconds.
Every day on my own personal page. Okay?
Yep.
Every day I post a different person from somewhere in the country, black, white, anybody.
Yeah.
I do every day.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful souls on my timeline.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah. And people literally be like, oh my God, you posted my photo.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is it because I do that because I believe in giving people their flowers?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I do quite a bit of stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay? Nobody even has to know about it. I don't have to make no announcement. I don't have to go live and say, oh, look what I did. I don't have to do that.
Right.
Okay? I do it because it's in here, and that's at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We have a task
Mm-hmm.
to help our brothers and sisters. We should support each other.
We should.
Folks.
And this is the narrative that I will be pushing.
Yeah.
Shout out to K Solo. He also did the same thing, Big Sarge and a few others. So I appreciate all of you guys for helping us get over that 1K mark. I'm getting ready to do this Three Flag Classic, right? And I kind of should have already had this stuff done, but I kind of procrastinate. Y'all pray for me. So I could have went down to Harley and got my fluids, got my brake pads and all that stuff and picked it up same day. But you know what I did? I said, yo, Bird, because he runs LEDs and bags. He's opened up in Concord doing his thing. Make sure y'all look him up on YouTube and Facebook as well. And I said, hey, bro, I need these parts and I need this, that, and the other. He went out of his way to make sure, in other words, he called up a vendor and said, yo, look, I got you, Retro. I got you. So, and he also got me some parts that I had to do the other day. So my point is, I could have went and got the stuff today in hand and had the bike fixed and you know, but I'm gonna wait a few days because I'm gonna let him get the credit, him get the few nickels.
That's what we should do.
That's what we should do.
Kodak, sir. My dad has a job, and he doesn't get off work until 1700. So he and I are going to fishing tomorrow morning at 05. Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming out. Good night.
Yeah, she going. Now, what kind of fishing pole you using? The old bamboo ones like those? No,
those are cane.
Cane, yeah.
See, okay, cane, and then we had the bobbers that We
okay.
We use sticks and we use those are my favorite.
Yeah.
And, reels.
Okay.
We go on the boat or the bank. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow.
Nice.
Here, and I'm over here because you're my homie, and I was like, let me go do this.
Yeah.
Did you tell people that this was your first in person?
First in studio guest. So we Kodak almost was, because we did the Four Corners. Shout out to Kodak and Soldiers United. Thank you guys, because from day one we've been doing the Mission 448, and you got peeps like Kodak the Ground Pounder says, yo, Retro, I like that. You're onto something, man. We're gonna support. We got TD205, same deal, man. He hit me up. They knocked it out. And also Street Soldiers, they knocked it out. We got Doc J and her girls. They're getting ready to go do it. I think this weekend. Yeah, they're gonna be knocking it out here in the next week or so. I think it is. And what is the name of their group? Forgive me, Doc, for not remembering. I can see your patch and everything.
Something else. I can see it.
Something Riders, I believe it is. I feel so bad. But they're going to be knocking it out, man. We got Gorilla Blue. He signed up. He's ready to knock out the Four Corners. And so when we see our folks doing things like this, and it's not just because it's me that's doing the Mission 448, but these are ways that we can let our folk know, look, we see you, we support you, keep up the good work, and we're gonna come and we're gonna support you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's a wonderful thing that you're doing as well. So I do, and then this anyway. Next subject.
So the past, the present, and the future. What could be a present for the future? If you had to box something up and say this is for the future, whether it be your future, the motorcycle community's future, motor mob future, whichever one you choose, or all of the above, what present would you leave today for tomorrow?
I would like to just normalize skin folks reaching down and helping the next entrepreneur get up.
Okay. Yeah.
Listen, what I care about the money for is to reach down and help the next entrepreneur get up. That's it. I don't care about being rich. I don't own anything new. Well, I did buy my Bussey.
Okay.
One of them.
Yeah.
Okay. The other one, I did not.
Yeah.
All I care about the money for is to help the next entrepreneur get up. That's it. That's what it's for. The word of God says, to the least of my brethren, the least of my brethren, have so much as you had done for them, you have done it for me.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, give me the money so I can pull up the next entrepreneur. I've already laid a blueprint for the next person, because when I started, I didn't have nobody black like me to ask about what to do.
Right.
Black people act like if you tell me about how to get on
now,
that it's gonna hurt your bag. There's enough money out here to be made for everybody. Period. So if I give you and tell you how to get started, there are like 9 or 10, 11, 12, 13 rider coaches that have called me. All of them are all rider coaches now and all black that have called me over the years. Who's my state coordinator? Who do I call for this? Who would I call for that? I didn't have nobody to ask that.
Yeah.
I have nowhere to go. Like, I had to get on Google or find somebody else white to ask.
Right.
So we have a task. My future looks like helping the next entrepreneur come up. Tyler Perry said this in one of his Lifetime Achievement Award speeches.
Okay.
It is our duty to help our brethren and sisters cross. What does that even mean? That means somebody helped him to cross, like the compound that he owns in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Somebody helped him get there. Somebody helped him get started. So when you keep plowing and plowing and plowing,
yeah.
Okay, and when you finally make it and you finally get an extra $1 in your pocket, you reach down and let me reach down and help Retro. Let me pull this brother up. Let me pull my sister up.
Yep.
And help them to cross too. Because I don't think that you're supposed to just have money and you don't do something else with it to help somebody else.
Right. I agree.
I mean, I just don't think that is the reason why the word of God says it is harder for a rich man to get into heaven or to go through the needle of an eye than it is to get into heaven, or a camel through the needle of the eye.
Yeah.
I mean, for a camel to go through a needle than a rich man to get into heaven, because look at how hard it would be. A camel's not going to fit through that. That analogy is facts.
When your money becomes more than the people that you're supposed to help, then it's
5,000 CBOs, and nobody's looking at counting your pockets. But what have you done for the next brother or sister? And you ain't always got to do it out loud.
You don't always have to do it out loud.
Do it out loud. Oh, look at me, I did this out loud. Oh, look at me, I did this out loud. Imagine on your worst day, or you were homeless, and you filmed you giving somebody a cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, K Solo is right. Stop asking for a seat at the table. I didn't ask nobody for nothing over here because guess what? I built my own table. I come with my own table. So we number
That
one
part
is
right
celebrating
there.
everything. The black dollar matters. I mean, let's go back to the bus boycotts back in the
Mm-hmm.
day. Why did the boycott end?
Why?
Because them white folks was like, "Oh Lord, we need the black dollar. We need these black people riding this bus."
Right.
That's why it ended.
Right. So
It crippled them.
it crippled them.
Our sins.
Yeah.
Crippled. That's right over here in Greensboro, a historic monument worth seeing in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Dollar
Yeah.
medals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Woolworths,
Yeah.
stand, the
Yeah.
counter. So when we remove our dollar, we can change it. But again,
And it's funny that it's not funny, but it's interesting that you say that in conjunction with what Vernon Bolo is saying right now. The new Black Wall Street doesn't need to be located on the street. And I think that the motorcycle community, and when I say the motorcycle community, I'm not necessarily talking about the MC community only, but the motorcycle community, in my humble opinion, can exemplify that. I mean, there's so much power within the motorcycle community, man, and I stand on that.
problem is, as soon as I see white folks, and I know you got white followers.
Mm-hmm.
This is not for you, Becky and Robert. Okay, this is for Tamika
Yeah.
and Tyrone.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not no shots against you.
Right.
Our people, as soon as we see our brother get 1 ounce of a step ahead of what we might do,
Right.
then we're not going to support. We're not supporting that.
It's
We're
gonna
not
be a
gonna
problem.
This is what I just said.
But you go over to Robert though,
Correct.
and Karen, and you give them the money.
I could be selling waters for 50 cents.
Yeah.
You could be selling them. Tamika can $3.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be like, oh no, Robert's waters are way more. He got his from Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah. His is better water.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you could be selling hats to say Cam Fam on the top,
Mm-hmm.
same quality.
Yeah.
For $20.
Yeah.
Great snapback, right?
Right.
But I'd rather go get the one and give it to the money to Bucky's.
Right.
And guess who? Bucky's is already millionaires.
Already million. Already million.
So you want to go in there and do that. We won't readily support our people because it is easier to go support someone else. And like I said, I see it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't really promote buy Moto Mob apparel much. A lot of people buy it. A lot of people hit me up. I want a shirt. I want this. And shout out to the people who buy it. I don't really promote it at all too much.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if I did every single day, if I put it up there every single day,
Mm-hmm.
I still wouldn't expect my people in a nutshell to purchase it because some people are just not going to do it because it's me. Or some people are going to be like, oh, well, she got these schools. She must be rich already.
That's what I was about to say. They're going to be counting your pocket.
Exactly. I have never
Counting your
done that.
pocket.
I'm going to tell you, every single person have supported your show.
Mm-hmm.
I cash out you, a time, maybe once, twice. I don't really remember.
Yeah.
If you got stuff for sale, I'll buy it.
Right.
This shirt, 95% of the people that are my friends on social media, if they sell something, I have
Gonna
bought
support it. Yeah. Yeah.
I literally do.
Yeah.
I get it. I put it on. I say, hey, I got on your shirt. Look, look. I support it. Even if I don't never use it, I still support it.
Yeah.
Just because.
Yeah.
So I believe in that, and I will continue to do that. I will continue, and believe me, all of my staff in both locations are white.
Yeah.
All of them. Yeah. Okay. I try to get color folks on, but you know how we do.
They don't act right.
I'm telling you this. I am black, 100%, and I am for the advancement of my people.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm for the advancement of my people 100%. And I want to see us support each other. I want to see us uplift each other, but it is something that is ingrained into our spirit. Look at people that come from South Korea or Asia,
Yeah.
or whatever. They come, the brothers, the sister and brother come, they bring the next two.
Mm-hmm.
Then they bring
Yep.
the next two.
Yep.
Live in a 5-bedroom house and
Yep.
make it work.
Yep.
And then next thing you look around, everybody got a BMW. Everybody got every single one of them got their own nail shop, salon, massage place. Why we don't got that?
Right.
First of all, we not all get ready to. Oh, Tyrone, them not get ready to come stay over here.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, you know, if you help Tyrone, you know, in other words, he may need that help so he can turn around and help you when he's in the position to. But I don't think we look that far down the road. I'm
You can't stay in my house.
nah, ain't happening.
18, tell them go on. See, this is why I like podcasts like this that are unscripted.
Yeah, yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
That is just we can talk about whatever subject, but we're just not going to. You got a whole upper praise ministry. They won't send you a star, but you'll go buy a hat at Bucky's.
Right.
They won't send you that. They won't do that because it's you. Well, I don't really care for what Retro says or this, that, and the third.
Well,
So,
I've been dealing with black folk for a long time, and I'm tri-black.
here's the good news, though, right?
What's that?
Here's the good news.
Mm-hmm.
You have made it thus far.
Yeah.
You have made it thus far.
Yeah.
Without the people who think that you're not gonna make it because they don't support you.
But you know what?
That's what be killing me.
I love them indeed. I love them. I love them still.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, you know, it is what it is. That's why I like to take advantage of the opportunities to pour into young folk, people who are not yet, you know what I'm saying? What's the word I'm looking for? Not yet spoiled or whatever. You know what I mean? There you go.
Yeah.
They're not yet tainted. So thank you for all you do, Shekelia.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, keep on doing your thing, girl.
To the end of time, I'm gonna do that, and that's just who I am. If I say you my brother,
Yeah.
you my brother.
Yeah.
If I say you my sister, you my sister.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've done some stuff behind the scenes that people be like, "How you pulled that off?"
You're right.
And I ain't said not one word about it. I ain't mentioned it to nobody. I didn't go and brag. I didn't go live. I didn't do none of that. I said I did it. I did it. Hey, you welcome. The people be like, "What?" But at the end of the day, we have a obligation to our skin people to cover one another with love. Love covers what?
A multitude.
A multitude of things.
Yeah, it does indeed. It does indeed.
Okay? You don't gotta like me. You don't gotta like me.
Right.
Okay? But good grief. I mean, just
Corrupted by greed. That's the word you're looking for. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
we are, but it's only within us.
Yeah.
That I see it prevalently. Clear people. Oh Lord. Okay. Well, I already said it. So
Yeah.
Robert and who I say the other lady.
Karen. Yeah. Becky.
It's prevalent between Tamika, Shamika, and Ladarius and Shadarius.
we gonna get them right though. We gonna get them right. We gonna get them right.
We've come far.
Yeah.
We still have far to go.
Yeah, we do
We
indeed.
really do. And you know what the thing is? It starts with us I think we're Gen Zers, right?
I had no idea. I never could keep it with all them different gens.
Your age group
75. 1975.
Okay, we're the same age group.
Yeah.
So you're 51.
48. 48.
Okay, we're Gen Z.
Yeah. Be 49 in December. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, over 40s.
Yeah.
It really starts with us. Because the 60-year-olds and the 70-year-olds, they're kind of like, yeah, we retired, we ain't fooling with. But us who are out in the world and going about and amongst the masses,
yeah,
we are the ones that are like, we're supposed to be preaching the gospel. Bro, lift your brother and sister up.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's going on? My goodness.
Yeah. So, man, listen, I'm over here in the woods.
And we got to get you back up the road before it get too dark out there. Yeah.
Dark, I'll be like, Retro.
We're supposed to have you out the door by 7:30 the latest.
This is what we needed.
Yeah.
This was really a good time.
It was good. Yeah, it was good.
And,
Did you say Gen Z?
I could go on and on. Yeah,
I know.
Gen Zers.
Yeah, Gen Zers.
So we are the ones who should be back here because my cousin, and I'm going to say this, my final thing for me. My cousin told me about 2-3 months ago. He was like, "Cuz we only got in our age group. We only got like 20 summers left." He didn't say 20 years. He said 20 summers, right? So when he said 20 summers, I was like, that. I was like, not 20 years, but it resonated with me because that when you think of summer, you think of June, July, August, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got left here. I don't have time to 20.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I'm out of here. So I gotta put in my daughter's hand, who is whatever gen she is, God knows, okay? Because I don't know, some of these generations
They got it bad.
they're doomed.
Yeah,
But
they got it bad, man.
they softies, and like yeah. But we have the obligation. We have I think the Navy or the military says when people retire, you go ahead. We got the watch.
Mm-hmm.
So we're leaving the watch to the younger generation.
Yeah.
And we, as a whole, we got to do better because ultimately we are the only Bible
that some
people are ever going to look at.
Yeah. Because that'll be a whole nother 2 hours. And so I'm just going to hit it and quit it. But we've even messed the church up.
And did.
If Jesus walked into our churches today, he would run folk out of there.
He flipped over them tables like he did at the synagogue.
Boy, it's but you're right, and that's one thing. One of the reasons why I have so much compassion and I'm compelled to serve the motorcycle community, because I see a lot of people in the motorcycle community who love God. They just ain't got time for the foolishness that his representatives, present, and that's why, your nickname is the evangelist, because it's in you. You know what I mean? And so,
here's the thing too.
Mm-hmm.
People automatically associate ministry with the pulpit.
Correct. And that's so far from the truth.
No, Jesus was never in the pulpit.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
And they hated him because where was he? He was out amongst the sinners, the whoremongers, the people, and so they couldn't understand. Well,
he was among them, but he wasn't participating.
So they didn't get that.
Right.
So your ministry is wherever you are, that
wherever you are
able to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ to people. The word says that God has not come back because there's someone on the planet who ain't ever heard his word.
Right.
His word has not reached them yet. Okay? So I don't know when the rapture gonna be. I don't know, but I'm expecting. Listen, as my grandma, I'm expecting to be caught up any day.
Any day, any day.
I'm expected to be caught up to meet him in the air.
Yeah.
But I am. Please trust me, good people. I am heavily flawed.
Yeah.
I really and truly am. I cuss sometimes when people cut me off.
Mm-hmm.
I say really ugly stuff. I really do. They cut me off. I'll be like, So that's why every morning, grace, mercies are new.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Hey, look here. Where would we be if it wasn't? So.
I don't know. I don't even really want to know.
Yeah, that part. The past, the present, and the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only 2024 Titan recipient, CEO of Moto Mob, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Because, she going to be popping them up all over. And just, I call her my good sister, the evangelist, Shekelia Bussey. Any final words you want to leave the people?
To thine own self be true. That's it. When you can look at yourself in the mirror and you are good with what you are looking at, that's when you have arrived.
Yeah.
Okay? There are people who criticize people out loud, and you do the same thing behind closed doors. Okay? The same things behind closed doors. And the fact still remains, okay, at the end of the day, every knee has to bow, every tongue has confessed. You are not doing nothing in the dark. Okay? You gotta be able to look at yourself and like what you self. See, to thine own self be true, because that's the end of the day. That's who you gotta hold the most accountable.
That part.
Look.
Yeah.
Fix it, Jesus.
That was good. Fix it, Jesus. So, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Retro Philosophy Show, the one and only Shekelia Bussey. You never know when we're gonna pop up, man. You know, when the spirit is moving, we just flow with it. And so, thank you for stopping through. And you know, she's in the Retro Philosophy Studio. She done blessed the studio tonight, y'all. And in your honor, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a new mic. I'm gonna get a new mic. Yeah. I'm gonna get a new mic. Yeah. I said, good. Yeah, I said, good Lord, we can't be having this. So we get a new mic. It's done. It's settled. When I get back from my trip, I'm gonna scrape together. We're gonna make it happen. So we'll have to have her back with the proper mic on another visit. So yeah, right down the road from Mama and Daddy. Yeah. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull that old road glide off the lift, and I'm gonna see you on down the road.
That'll be great.
All right.
I need to look at your lights.
Yeah. We're gonna bright up the lights. Yeah. I don't know what Specs is doing downstairs, but she might have to fire up that fat boy, and we're gonna see you off the road. All right.
I came in on, well, shoot, I mean, now that I got that, all I need to do is get back to where the lights at.
Yeah.
Off the back roads.
But
I'll tell you this. We gonna get on down the road. So I came in on 70.
Okay.
Okay, so it got me off in Salisbury.
Oh, okay.
Salisbury,
yeah, you took the back road. Yeah.
And then it brought me to 70.
Yep.
And then I rode that road.
You probably bring it straight on in, because 70 bring you right on in. Yeah.
So
we're gonna take you.
I don't want to be on no back road.
No, we're not gonna take you on the back roads. What we probably gonna do is let me see. Yeah, we're gonna put you on 40.
Okay.
We're gonna go right down the hill, hop on 40, and we're gonna ride that to 85. 40 will run into 85, and then it'll take you all where you gotta get to.
I need them lights.
You need them lights. Lights. Leave them chargers alone, and but we're gonna get you on down the road. So, folks, we gotta get out of here, man. We want to thank everybody for joining us on tonight. Again, thank you to all those that helped us get over the 1K mark. So I
want to give a quick shout out to Supreme Chris Hunter with Black Rain MC and his nonprofit. Go online and support this brother.
Good brother
who is doing great things. When I tell you great things, and I don't sign on. I don't care about too much stuff as far as like when people call and they want to invest or they want to be a part of the Moto Mob. I'll be like, no. Sole proprietor, yada yada yada. But this guy, literally, his approach to me was so profound. I was like, okay, all right. I work with him, and it has literally been a covenant relationship, much like I have with you, between he and I. And I'm telling you, you guys stay tuned. You're going to see big things from this guy. Supreme Black Rain MC, Black, the Rain spelled out REIGN.
That part.
Follow them. Follow him, and expect some good things coming from him and I in the near future in the collaboration that we have together.
We're gonna thanks Big Sarge. Also thank you Kim Glover. We're gonna get him on the show. We're gonna have to get him on the show, man, and chop it up, man. They came down and showed support for us when we lost Tiffany. So that was real nice of them, man.
It was.
All right. Let's see here. Much respect to you, Chris, man. You keep up the good work, sir. We got to get you on the show, man, so we can sit down and chop it up as well. Let me see how we gonna get out here. First and foremost, if you don't know, you better ask somebody.
Hey now, this is the Mileage Bully, the Moto Mob CEO, home of the Moto Mob, where legends are made. You are now tuned in to the Retro Philosophy Show.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do it some more.
Subscribe. You know what to do.
Press what's play. Good? Oh, you know what I want to do? Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna leave them on this note here. Ladies and gentlemen, saints and names, everybody, including Lottie Dottie. Bada boom, bada bang. We're gonna leave you on this note, man. Thank you guys for pressing play and joining the show tonight.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we came, we saw, and now it's time to get on this thing and get on up the road, man. So if you haven't come down to check out the Maxon bike event, you got to put it on your calendar, man. I wish I'd have had more time to just kind of mingle. We ran into some good people, some that we know and some that we met for the first time, of course. But man, it's packed up in here, man. You got RVs, you got trailers, you got motorcycles, you got ATVs, you got side-by-sides, you got a little bit of everything going on. We back here in the corner where we got parked with a whole bunch of bikes all throughout, man. So that's where it's at, man. Max said y'all did a good job, man. Your boy Retro approved.
Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, included Lottie Dottie. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Soldiers United rolling through. You already know how they do, folks. It's your boy Retro with you for another episode of Retro's Radar. Keep it locked and, well, you probably already figure who we caught sliding through our area. Check this out, folks. Yep, you guessed it, folks. We caught some more Soldiers United brothers sliding through the area. Retro, man, we out here burning up a little bit of 85 here in the Charlotte area on our way to Concord to Speedway Harley Davidson, and it was great to hang out with the brothers from Soldiers United for the short time that we shared the highway. I understand that they just came back from a nice trip. They were up in Canada, Ontario, and so shout out to Soldiers United, man. Them brothers be breaking outside the Chitlin circuit. And that, brothers and sisters, is what it's all about. Get out there and ride your ride. Be safe. Enjoy yourself. And as I always say, we ain't out here just collecting miles. We out here collecting miles and smiles. Remember, Retro's Radar is in full swing. So we got our eyes out looking for you, all right? And oh yeah, if you're riding through North Carolina, the Charlotte area in particular, make sure you holler at your boy, man, and I'll meet you out there on the highway and ride with you for a portion of your trip. Because that's what we do, man. Again, we're out here collecting miles and smiles, and Retro's Radar is in full effect. It's in full effect.
Hashtag press play. It's the Retro Philosophy Show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and let your folks know the Retro Philosophy Show is on with morning inspiration.
I am a living testimony. I could have been dead and gone, but Lord, you let me live on. I am a living testimony. And I thank the Lord that I'm still alive.